They're coming, y'all. Just a few days away. The evil spirits of TKO coming to put the final nail in the coffin of the WWE. You better hold on to your favorite moments from the Fed, because after WrestleMania, this company is dead. And the few people we could thank is Pat McAfee, CM Punk, Ari Emanuel, Raheem, and last but not least, Paul WrestleMania 40 snooze coming to a bedroom near you. Oh my God, how bad is the road to WrestleMania gonna get? Dog, WWE just dropped the night 1 to night 2 of WrestleMania 40 snooze, and all I'ma say is, I really hope Drew McIntyre ain't claustrophobic. Why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because Triple H took the title from him and then buried him alive! The head of cremation, the head of creative, doing what he does best, taking talent and completely ruining their careers. Drew McIntyre gotta be the first wrestler in history to have going from the undisputed title weeks before WrestleMania to be basically fighting on a pre-show for free. Bro went from main event in the Royal Rumble to being the opening match at WrestleMania 40 snooze. And don't even get me started with night 1. If you bought tickets for this, I know you gotta be livid. Look at this card, a 6-man tag match they threw together yesterday. A fatal 4-way women's tag match with the worst storyline of the whole weekend. Becky Lynch and AJ Lee, a match we've seen about 10,000 times within the last 6 months. Gunther and Seth Rollins, completely random, came from out the blue. Stephanie Valkyria, Liv Morgan. That's an okay match, it's kinda cool. Now Cody Rhodes versus a heel Randy Orton would have been fire, but the second you added Pat McAfee, that was like going to your favorite pizza spot and adding ketchup, mustard, relish, mayo, soy sauce, syrup. You ruined it! And I guess we could thank Ari Emanuel for this slice of garbage he cooked up. Now, night 2 is a little bit better, but it's just confusing. 2 of the best matches on the whole card, you give them away for free in the first hour. Then we left with Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, was probably gonna be mid because the whole buildup has been mid. Sami Zayn and Trick Williams, that's gonna be fire. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. The most entertaining thing about this is gonna be Finn Balor's entrance. And last but not least, the main event for the biggest show of the year, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. Roman Reigns has missed half of the WrestleMania bill for this one. CM Punk, he got his panties in a bunch because he was called old. Well, Phil, what do you call somebody that's about 2 to 3 seconds away from a nursing home? Yeah, we might be some marks, but you're an old fart. So Phil finally stops playing it safe and gets into his old CM Punk bag. He cuts a promo taking shots at Pat McAfee, calling him MAGAfee. He takes shots at Roman Reigns and TKO, raising the ticket prices and a bunch of other stuff. Well, that's the good news. The bad news is we thought CM Punk was dropping a pipe bomb and telling the truth. Comes to find out, him and TKO is all playing us like a flute. This is crazy, man. Fans that spent thousands of dollars on wrestling tickets finally had enough of it, and they came out and exposed some stuff. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
So CM Punk did his Pipe Bomb 2.0, and everyone's like, oh my God, CM Punk is speaking for us. He's for us. He's for the people, because he called out the prices. He called out Pat McAfee and everybody getting involved and all that stuff, and he was talking crap about Pat McAfee. And it's like, listen, you're supposed to suspend your disbelief. You're supposed to be like, oh my God, they're calling it out. This wasn't scripted and stuff like that. The problem is, it's not cool when you do stuff like this where it's like, oh, lower the ticket prices, and you think, oh, he's speaking for us. This is so exciting. They're going to start selling tickets. But I need you guys to see this. 2 weeks ago, the tickets came out with the stage seats, right? Where you can sit on the stage, and it was $650 with the service fees, and then you got to pay like $50 on the tax and stuff like that. So this is $700 total bucks you would pay to sit on the stage. And everybody already said this was outrageous. You're above the stage. You probably can't even see the entrances and all that, right? They can't even sell the tickets, and they double the price. It's $1,300 to sit on the last row of the stage, right? And this is what's going to happen is they're going to then put the price back to where it was, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, they were listening to CM Punk and this and that. But people like I'm going to the event. I need seats for the event. I've been tracking, I've been looking everywhere, I've been looking on resub and all this stuff. They're playing us. And it's not cool, in my opinion, to use emotions where people who literally are gonna be spending $1,300 to sit up there on the stage and not see stuff, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, like I wanted to sit there, and it's gonna be like, oh, it's $1,300 today, and then tomorrow it's gonna go back to the price that it was, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, they listened. It's not cool, in my opinion, to take a cheap, easy pop like that, to be like, oh my God, CM Punk's on our side. Bro, they're not on our side. Actually lower the prices. Make them literally affordable.
Wait, so Phil cuts a promo about tickets, knowing they will rise the prices all the way up just to bring them back down like we wouldn't figure that out. Bro, what game are you playing? We all thought Punk dropped a pipe bomb. Come to find out, it was nothing but a prop! Then they got the nerve to compare the 2011 one to this one. The difference is the 2011 pipe bomb, he went off script. This one, he was on script. Corporate man Punk strikes again. Now, unfortunately, that was the highlight of Raw and the only thing worth talking about. Everything after that took a complete nosedive, man. We're on the road to WrestleMania, and Triple H keeps deciding to take left turns instead of booking a show that's worth tuning into. The last segment was supposed to be Obafemi and Brock Lesnar contract signing, but all we got was a Paul Heyman promo, a Brock Lesnar entrance, an entrance from Obafemi, and oh yeah, an entrance from Paul Levesque. Mr. Main Character Syndrome. Bro somehow found a way to insert himself into this storyline again when nobody asked for it. Man, dude must be getting a whole lot of cardio in because he's constantly chasing clout. And it's annoying, man. Like, when did you become a part of Brock Lesnar and Obafemi storyline? Why does everything in this year WrestleMania feel so random? Triple H a part of Brock and Oba storyline. What else we got? Gunther and Seth Rollins are these big enemies now. They're in a blood feud now. Oh yeah, we got Randy Orton and Pat McAfee and cahoots, man. This year's WrestleMania has officially turned into Random Mania. We got the grandest stage of them all, just turned into the most random stage of them all. Give me a break! And speaking of Pat McAfee, he goes on his little show on ESPN and has a few words for the IWC. I'm gonna show you this.
And you know, these IWC dips, they have no idea. This is for the good of them.
Bingo.
They have no idea what they've been missing. They have no idea what it's supposed to look like. Now we change that.
Hell yeah.
Who's
And yeah,
IWC?
huh?
What's that?
That's the internet wrestling community. They're not the biggest fans of what happened. They're pretty upset about it, you know.
Oh.
But they are a part of the problem. They're the ones that said, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be, all this stuff. It's like, nah, let us show you what it's supposed to be.
Hell yeah.
Whatever Randy Orton, he's at the top of the marquee. You know, it's a special thing to be seen, especially whenever you're in there. That arena was electric.
Y'all hear him? That arena was electric. What arena was you in? Who was excited to see you as the mystery man on the phone with Randy Orton? You know what? Now I'm thinking about it, maybe he was right, y'all. Maybe the arena was electric because everybody was shocked at the level of stupidity WWE Creative has gotten to. Now, Triple H put out a tweet yesterday that had me and a lot of other people completely confused, man. He said every match on this year's WrestleMania card has the opportunity to steal the show, and both nights are stacked like, bro, what? Bro, you mean to tell me Becky Lynch and AJ Lee has potential to steal the show? Seth Rollins and Gunther, the most random match of the night, has potential to steal the show? Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and Bayley and Hyper Valkyria for the Daily Tag Team Championships that nobody cares about has potential to steal the show? The women's division in WWE has officially gotten to an all-time low. I think there's some great talent and great potential on this roster, but it seems like creative is purposely giving these women the worst possible ideas and is making a mockery of the women's division. Last night, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair came out to jump Nia Jax, and y'all wouldn't believe Charlotte Flair's weapon of choice to use on her. she's like literally using a jacket to hit Nia Jax, like she doesn't have a fist, like she doesn't have her feet, like she can't go under the ring and grab an object. Hey, Charlotte Flair, if you're going to do spots like that, honestly, you could get you one of these, and just like this jacket, you can hang it up! Now, while that spot was cringe, this other spot later on in the night was brutal, man. Stephanie Valkyrie attacks Liv Morgan from behind, pushes her way too hard, and Liv Morgan headbutts Roxanne Perez. There were reports coming out that after the show, Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan are both under concussion protocol. From how's it looking, both injuries don't seem too serious. Liv and Roxanne both posted the aftermath of their injuries, and it doesn't seem like Liv Morgan should be missing her WrestleMania match, and Roxanne Perez shouldn't have any significant time out of action. This ad is brought to you because of the $3 billion of debt t-shirt is here, man, exclusively on BobbyMonsoon.com. The $3 billion of debt t-shirt, man. I want to thank everyone who purchased the Paula Vick merchandise. I want to thank everyone watching and supporting the channel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The channel is nothing without you, man. BobbyMonsoon.com. $3 billion of debt t-shirt. Now back to the content. Now Raw starts off with CM Punk coming out cutting his quote-unquote pipe bomb promo, which is not really a pipe bomb promo. It's actually a promo that was scripted and written by TKO themselves. It was cute, but this was the best thing on Monday Night Raw, unfortunately, man. Beggars can't be choosers, right? The last few promos we got from CM Punk, me personally, I didn't like most of them. They were redundant. They were about him being old. It was cheap shots at Roman Reigns' dad. It was bad, man. But CM Punk, he comes out. He called Pat McAfee. That was a fire bar. He had a few more in there. That's the only one I remembered, really. Everything else was pretty much forgettable, especially with the ticket prices. Punk, you knew what they was doing with the ticket prices. You knew they was going to jack them up just to bring them back down and try to throw the 51, 52 fake out, whatever you call it, on the fans. But we're not slow as you think, Phil. We're not. He sets the night off, man. I actually did think this was going to be a good night. It went off pretty well, but I was sadly mistaken. So after the Punk promo, we got Logan Paul and Austin Theory coming out with I Show Speed, and if you watch this, you know what I'm talking about. Logan Paul and Austin Theory is a tag team, right? But Austin Theory has a one-on-one match with LA Knight. Austin Theory comes out with Logan Paul's music. It's like, what are we doing? Austin Theory has his own music. He has his own identity. Why is he coming out with... Dog, oh my God. Why is he coming out with Logan Paul's music? Why aren't you trying to push Austin Theory as a character, as a standalone character? If he has a singles match, he should come out with his own music. A lot of people might not think it's that big of a deal, but it is! If people are not even acclimated with your entrance music, what your entrance is, your whole thing is the vision. It definitely strips away from Austin Theory identity alone. It's not like it was a tag match or anything like that. So that was the first thing that kind of annoyed me. But Austin Theory, Logan Paul has a match. I Show Speed is out there. Logan Paul pushes I Show Speed in the LA Knight. LA Knight is sitting up there worrying about I Show Speed in the vision. I like I Show Speed. That's my favorite streamer, man. But God, dog, that's the only way I could stomach this segment, to be honest. I did not like the creative for this segment at all. Everything just feels like a celebrity show, to be honest, man. After the match, you had the Usos and LA Knight about to get their hands on I Show Speed and beat him up, man. But he gets saved by Logan Paul. And that's where LA Knight cuts a promo in the ring and saying everything what we already knew. The Usos and LA Knight versus Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and I show speed. Paul Heyman has completely abandoned this storyline. He don't even come out with Logan Paul and Austin Theory anymore. Now they just got show speed. It's just like another celebrity match for WrestleMania, Random Mania, whatever you want to call it. Next, you're supposed to have a match with JD McDonough versus Finn Balor, but out of nowhere, Dominic Mysterio attacks Finn Balor. They start jumping Finn Balor, beating him up, choking him with the chair, and then they let the cat out the bag, just like WWE knows how to do. Spoiler surprise! The only good surprise we could have had for WrestleMania, they completely ruined it. They let it out the bag. They put him on a promotional poster. Demon Finn Balor coming back at WrestleMania. And this was a stupid decision. Why not tease it? Why not build up the anticipation? Why not have people know if he's coming back or not? Dog, do you know how fire it would have been if we didn't know? Then the lights go off, then you start seeing the vignettes, you start seeing the red, the smoke. It would have built up a lot of anticipation. I'm happy to see the Demon Finn Balor coming back, but my God, you ruined the surprise. WWE can't get anything right for this year WrestleMania, man. So there we have it. We got the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania, and nobody cares about this match, man. Next, you got Bayley versus Lash Legend. They have a whatever match, man. Then you have the famous spot where Charlotte Flair is hitting Nia Jax with a jacket, causing maximum damage. Dog, these women on the main roster, it's just this. Nothing about this is entertaining. This is always the bathroom break. I feel like we're getting into the realm of when it was the Divas division. When women's wrestling wasn't hitting like that, bro. We fell so far from grace. We just had Evolution, one of the best pay-per-views WWE has done. They completely took a nosedive with the women's division, booking them for any type of storylines we care about. Creatively is just non-existent, bro. God, man, I cannot wait until WrestleMania is over with, bro. Bayley winds up winning because Lyra Valkyria is holding Lash Legend foot. She didn't even need to hold her foot because Lash Legend was out. It's just like, God, man, what are we doing, dog? After that, we got Seth Rollins coming out. He used to be flamboyant, coming out with all different colors like a Crayola box. Now he's just all black. He went from the masked man for a few weeks to now he just wears all black. Bro is going through a complete identity crisis. Gunther comes out, tries to attack him. They have a little tussle. This whole storyline is a reach. Seth Rollins grabbed the mic. We still haven't heard him cut a promo about Braun Breaker or Bronson Reed. He mentioned them, but we haven't heard. How did you feel that Division put the knife in your back? How did you feel about that? We didn't get no type of explanation of how Seth Rollins feels, dog. He cuts a promo about absolutely nothing. Next, you had the Grande Americano and another Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee, Penta, and Javon Evans. This match was another bore fest for me, bro. Outside of Javon Evans and the cool spots he done, it's just... there was no feeling in this match. The highlight of it all came at the end where Rey Mysterio came out and he let everybody know that he will be in a ladder match for the Intercontinental title coming at WrestleMania. So we all know he's probably not going to win. Rey Mysterio is definitely a lot older, but to see him in that ladder match, that'll be a fun match, man. You got Rusev, JD, you got Penta, you got Javon Evans, you got Rey Mysterio in there, and man, this is going to be a fire match, dog. So hopefully Javon Evans can pull it off. I doubt they're gonna let him know. They probably think he's too young, whatever. I think they need to put the rocket on him now. I think Javon Evans need to go up and grab that title. You know what I mean? WWE needs to stop playing it so safe. Shake some stuff up, bro. Next, you got a tag team match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Sitting on the passenger side of his best friend ride. Try to holler at me. TLC. T-Bar's left eye and chili. Jade Cargill winds up interrupting the match at the end of it. B-Fab, Michin, they're holding Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill grabs the kendo stick and starts whipping Io Sky with the kendo stick. Didn't something like this happen last year? I think Gunther had Jey Uso handcuffed or something like that, and he had to watch as he beat up Jey Uso. Something very similar happened. Click copy, click paste again. So now we get that again. This time it's B-Fab, Holt, and Rhea Ripley. Jade Cargill beating Io Sky with the kendo stick, and it's just like, okay, bro. Once again, no feeling in this segment. After that, you got Triple H coming out for absolutely no reason. Mr. Main Character Syndrome. Everybody to see he's in the spotlight for probably one of the most anticipated WrestleMania matches this year, Obafemi Brock Lesnar. Now, we're all waiting for a contract signing. I'm thinking we're going to hear from Obafemi. Maybe some promo work. Maybe some promo work from Brock. Maybe. Maybe not. They do nothing but another pull-apart brawl again with 20 security guards. They cut it abruptly, but then they show the footage after the event where Brock Lesnar throwing stuff in the ring. It's just like, oh my God, bro. Like, WWE, anything they got something going, they just completely drop the ball. You got a heel Randy Orton, you screw it up with Pat McAfee. You got Obafemi Brock Lesnar, you screwed it up with Triple H sticking his nose in that business. Then you got the same pull-apart brawl that we've seen week after week after week. People are growing tired of that. Thank God they only could do it about 1 or 2 times, because if WrestleMania wasn't coming up, they'd probably do it 200 times. Then we really would have been sick of it, man. Just a lot of click, copy, click, paste. This Raw was a complete snooze fest outside of CM Punk promo. CM Punk promo, we going to see what happens with the ticket prices. After Raw went off the air, there was a lot of news dropping that TKO's going to be dropping the ticket prices throughout the summer. Let's hope that happens, because the WWE bots that like going, they don't have to drain their bank account to be able to see a mediocre show. So let me know in the comments what you think about that, man. I hated this episode of Raw. I'm sorry, dog. I just hated it, bro. A complete waste of time. This doesn't feel like WrestleMania season. I'm not excited for WrestleMania at all, in the least bit, man. It's just sad, bro. We fell from grace really far from the bloodline. WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 40 to this crap. It's sad. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, though. It's Bobby Monsoon. 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Blah!